In this video, we are to solve for x given that 3 raised to power 3x plus 3 is equal to 9 raised to power 2x minus 1. To begin, we need to separate these powers. And to do that, we now have 3 raised to power 3x. Because this here is addition, we're going to have a multiplication, then 3 raised to power 3. This is from the law of indices that says that if you have a raised to power m plus n, this can be expanded to give you a raised to power m times a raised to power n. So that is what I've done, and that is what I'm still going to do for the right hand side. Only that this is subtraction, so instead of doing multiplication, I'll be doing division. The law says if you have a raised to power m minus n, you have to do a raised to power m over a raised to power n. So that's what the law says. So once you know that rule, you can go ahead and apply, and this becomes 9 raised to power 2x divided by 9 raised to power 1. Then from here, 3 is already in its simplified form, and 9 on the other hand, we need to break down to its lowest base. The lowest base for 9 is 3, and that can be written as 3 raised to power 2. Then we already have a 2x here, so don't forget to write it. Then divided by 9, which is also 3 raised to power 2. There's no need to put a bracket because what we have here is just 1. Then I'll just rewrite what I have here as 3 raised to power 3x, then times 3 raised to power 3. So I'm going to open this bracket here so that I now have 3 raised to power 3x times 3 raised to power 3 here is 27. You might be wondering why I multiplied this out instead of leaving it, but then I broke this down. The reason being that I want to be able to work with this power of x here. If you were still in 9, I won't be able to get the base to be the same with this 3 that has a power 3x. You'll see where I'm going with this very soon. So this becomes 3 raised to power 4x when you open up your bracket. If you don't remember that rule as well, the rule says if you have a raised to power m or raised to power n, just open up your bracket. But since it is a bracket that passes through them, open up your bracket by multiplying the powers. Okay, so divided by, you can write your 3 raised to power 2. I shouldn't have expanded the denominator because it does not have a power x, so this can still be, or let me still put it like 3 raised to power 2, because we are still going to cross multiply and it will affect this. Okay, so at this point I can cross multiply. When I cross multiply, remember this is same as saying divided by 1. So when I cross multiply, I now have 3 raised to power 2 times 3 raised to power 3x times 27 is equal to 3 raised to power 4x. Okay, so This is simple multiplication. Uh, because this does not have power x, I'm just going to multiply it with this 27. So if I had written it as normal 9, it wouldn't still have affected my working. So this is the same thing as saying 9 times 3 raised to power 3x times 27 is equal to 3 raised to power 4x. Okay, so um, 9 times 27 is 243. Is it? Yeah, 243. So I have 243 times 3 raised to power 3x is equal to 3 raised to power 4x. And then we can now say collect like terms, put all the x's on one side, put those that don't have x on the other side. So since I'm solving for x, I would like to divide both sides by 3 raised to power 4x and also divide both sides by 243. So if I do that, um, let me divide this by 3 raised to power 4x. Then I'll also divide both sides by 243. This is like saying times 1 over 243. So that this is no longer on this side, and then this is also no longer on this side. So let me write what is left so we can clearly see what we are working with. Here now I have 3 raised to power 3x over 3 raised to power 4x is equal to 1 over 243. Then I can use the inverse of this law that we used earlier here. This division law, if we have a raised to power m divided by a raised to power n, I can walk backward to have it as a raised to power m minus n. So that is what I'm going to do with this 3 raised to power 3x divided by 3 raised to power 4x. This will simply become 3 raised to power 3x minus 4x is equal to 1 over 243. 243 is the same thing as this is 3 raised to power 2, this is 3 raised to power 3, that's 3 raised to power 5. So this is 1 over 3 raised to power 5. 1 over 3 raised to power 5 can also be written as 3 raised to power minus 5. Okay, so this is the same thing as 3 raised to power minus 3x minus 4x is minus x. So because the bases are the same, we can go ahead and equate the powers. So by equating the powers now, I have minus x is equal to minus 5. Divide both sides by minus 1. This negative cancels, this negative cancels. So our final answer is simply x is equal to 5. If you have any questions for me, kindly use the comment section. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. If you are yet to subscribe, please remember to subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.